Hey everybody, well, merry meet and welcome to the new collab channel, Witchcraftin'. I am Damiana, and for my very first video on this channel, I kind of thought long and hard about what I wanted to do for my first video, and since our whole idea is not just witchy crafting, but to actually, you know, kind of do some stuff that really gets down to the nitty-gritty as far as who we are and what we do, but really showing you some techniques in that you may or may not be aware of, our way of putting the actual craft into the craft, and showing our artistic sides and some things we like to do, even sometimes maybe some new techniques. And anyway, as you may know from my personal channel, I have a BOS. I've had a BOS for a really long time, and this is it here. As you can see, it's not a huge book, but that's why it's kind of bulging. And I thought for my first video, I finally decided that the first thing I would show you that's very significant to me right now, especially with Lammas or Lunasa coming up. It's a very significant holiday to the Morrigan, the goddess that I follow. It is very significant to me in that it will be the last of the Sabbats in my year and a day. Some of you may know that I'm on a year and a day, and some of you may not. Excuse me. But I have decided that as I come to the end of my year and a day, it would be cool for a first video to show you a little bit of an update on my BOS and maybe kind of show you what I'm on to next and some of the ideas I have for my next BOS, which will be my quote-unquote permanent one. I got this here, just a plain 96-cent Walmart black binder with stuff falling out of it. Okay, and this will be what I put everything into after my year and a day. That's pretty much when I will be really starting this. Now, to start this, I have some black cardstock here. This is like 8 by 10, I think. And I've just, you know, punched some holes and started that off. They will be section separators, but I will collage these. I mean, it's going to be a never-ending process of adding to it. You know how a BOS works, probably, as far as that goes. These are some things I have for my BOS. This is what I really wanted to show you, kind of my technique. This is just from a magazine. Okay, it was an advertisement. I found the ad. I liked it. It was from something like Victorian Homes, I think, which I look at a lot. And it has such great, fantastic, you know, graphics in it and whatever. Now, I don't have a printer. That's one thing I do aim to get, and hopefully before too long. But that's what I do. It's what I've always done. I'm 40 years old. I'm not, you know, I wasn't born with a computer in my hand, so I will probably be stuck in these ways for the rest of my life. But I look through magazines, I find things like this. All the words were contained within this shape here, so my eyes went to the border, and I knew that I could cut that out and put something else inside it, and it's not going to be difficult. Once I got it cut out, that was the hardest part, and I know that I can take, it probably won't be this, but I know that I can take it and put it over some other picture, glue it straight into my BOS, or, you know, whatever. These pictures here, how I come about these, I have a book that's actually about Salem in particular, and plain old-fashioned Xerox. If you have a printer, great. You don't have to do things like that. You can find, I'm not above cutting pictures out of books that I'm, you know, old books I find in thrift stores for $1.50, 50 cents. but sometimes you want to keep the books you have, or, you know, whatever. And I find, like this is a picture of Lilith. I took a copy of this, I put it in my original BOS, a picture of Diana, you know, I mean, things like this. So I do a lot of my work that way. If you do black and white printing, whether it's a Xerox or your own printer, you can color tint these with some colored pencils very easily. And you're really going to look at the end like you've done a lot of work when you really haven't. So there's some tips. There's another cool picture. So quickly, I will show you. This is a leather journal, again at a thrift store. I paid like $2.99 for this years ago. Wasn't sure what I was going to do with it until I found myself where I am on this path, and it is now quickly becoming my Morgan journal. Okay, I made a charm, if you can see that, with skull, 2 garnets, key. Miss October gave me this lovely, Miss October Rain Rocks gave me this lovely feather charm, and a pentacle here. And this is what I did my Morgan portrait in. You can see that. This is the original. This, I meant to go get the box so I could show you, but this is just, they sell parchment paper on rolls in a box that looks like a saran wrap box or a aluminum foil box these days. Any grocery store, it's like $2.99 or something like that for a roll of the stuff. It's a great art protector for anything you do, but it's also wonderful in your witchy books. This is a very simple, believe it or not, technique I did of, this is just black cardstock I cut out. These are black rhinestones. You can buy at any Michael's or craft store to stick on. I did the lettering myself. This is antique paper, but you can take regular paper and make it look antiqued by dyeing it in tea or coffee. There are great videos right here on YouTube about how to do that. And then, you know, trace to circle shape. I did my designs. You don't have to get that complicated, obviously. I did a page here for the Morgan listing traits and things associated with her. So this is the start of my Morgan journal. And here is my BOS, and it's, you know, we've only got a few seconds here, but obviously there's more to it than there was in the first videos I did. I hope you guys get something from this. It's very exciting being here on this channel. And thank you for joining me, and thank you for joining us, and I hope you're inspired. So get crafting!